Now, it's time for Straight on the Point with your host from some undisclosed location. Here's Jesse T.
Hey, well, it's good to be back with you. Thank you very much, Lee Marvin. Oh, no, that's Lee Marshall. Oh, no, that's the brother Lee. No, that's Lee Baby Michaels. Yes, he's on the air and everywhere at 10 o'clock in the morning, and he's kind enough to come in with that beautiful voice of his and help us out here as he introduces our show every single day of the week, Monday through Friday, right here on the powerofvoices.com. It's real simple. We got you covered. And, of course, you can get our app free of charge. Just download it at Google Play, or what's the other one? The Apple Store. You can get it there. Or you can just check us out every day on the powerofvoices.com, because, you see, the website is kind of cool. I know websites are a little passé these days, but the website is kind of cool because you get to see our show archived, plus all the other shows that have been a part of the powerofvoices.com. And there's some really great formats and lots of great topics, very eclectic and eccentric individuals talking about the things that are important to them. And so you get a kind of real cross-section of America today, and you'll find your favorite program, your favorite host to listen to. And we have got a lot of good shows, from comedy to very, very serious discussions about our streets and gangs and health, and religious and spiritual. Also, we have shows about sports, and we have shows about fitness, and we have shows just like mine, the Jesse T Show, as you enter the world according to Torero. It's good to have you along. And yes, Monday and Tuesday, we come at you a little bit harder on the political front. We like to kind of check things out a little bit and stir the pot up, so they say, right? That's what we like to try to do every day right here on Monday and Tuesday. In Southern California, we're broadcasting from Los Angeles, California, here on the Pacific Coast. And when I watch the weather maps across the nation, we are nowhere near the amount of snow and rain that you guys are getting across the nation from sea to shining sea, though we are at a very, very good level in terms of our water supply here, because for a while our water supply was really, really, really down. And it has come back, though, and that's a good thing, that now we have more water than we had this time last year. So that's been a very good side effect to the snow that's packed up in there in the Northern California regions. And also about the water down that's being dumped here on the mountains at lower levels. It's filling up all the lakes and the streams and all of that stuff. In fact, to the point now that if you've never been up to Lake Tahoe, kind of like the Nevada-California border in Northern California, well, then you've got to get up there because Lake Tahoe is one of the most beautiful spots on all the planet Earth. If you've never been there, you got to get there. It is an absolute gorgeous place. And apparently now Lake Tahoe, which the water is so blue, and it's so blue clear. You can drink that water. I mean, it's unbelievable. You can see it's so clear you can see 100 feet down in the lake, and it's a very deep lake, a crater lake, a very deep lake that was formed billions of years ago. I think it's 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 feet deep. It's very deep for a lake. And the water is so beautiful, and it was at all-time lows just the beginning of 2016. Now, Lake Tahoe has had just some great few months. And if you think about water and how heavy it is and how much water there is, Lake Tahoe has been receiving 8.7 billion gallons of water in just a couple of days. It's because when it snows and all that rain, it just dribbles and floods back all into Lake Tahoe. But it's not stopped there. The tremendous amount of water lately that has been filling the lake to its natural rim level. It is at the natural rim level. You see, this is a natural lake. It's not man-made. There are no dams or anything like this. Now, the sudden rise in the lake level is a result of all those winter storms that we've been having. And according to the NOAA, the people that they measure this kind of stuff, they go to school to measure this kind of stuff. According to these people, in just a 2-day span from December 9th through the 11th, Lake Tahoe gained 8.7 billion gallons of water. Can you imagine? Lake Tahoe in just 2 days got 8.7 billion gallons of water. Unbelievable. That is a lot of water. Considering when you buy water at the store, you're buying 1 gallon. I mean, you're talking 8.7 billion gallons of water in just 2 days. Now, the Great Lakes are even greater than that. In fact, one of the Great Lakes, the last number, be wrong here. The Great Lakes number in terms of how much water are in the Great Lakes, it is astronomical. It is such a large number that I just don't think that we can fathom and understand how much water is in the Great Lakes. The 5 lakes up there, and you know what I'm talking about: Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, Lake Superior, Lake Erie, and that last one, Lake Ontario. Yes. Now, how much water is in the Great Lakes? How much water do you think is in the Great Lakes? Do you think you could figure it out? Think it's 1 billion gallons of water?
Trillion.
Well, they dumped 8.7 billion gallons. They dumped 8.7 billion gallons of water into Lake Tahoe in just 2 days. So
100 trillion.
It's more. 100 trillion gallons of water from that mysterious voice. 100 trillion gallons of water in the Great Lakes. It takes 200 years for the water in the Great Lakes to completely cycle through its complete 100% cycle. 200 years for water to cycle through the Great Lakes. So the water that is dropped on the Great Lakes right now on the top, by the time that water comes back to the top, it'll be 200 years from now. That's how much water is in the Great Lakes. What happened to our climate problem? What, aren't we supposed to be heating? And we're having all-time water and snow here in California? And there's 100 trillion gallons of water in the Great Lakes? Unbelievable. Now, fathom this. If the Great Lakes have that much more water than the last 2 days that Lake Tahoe had that was dumped into it, how much water do you think is in the great oceans, the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean and the Indian Ocean and the China Sea? How much water is on this planet Earth? Yes, that's salt water, but you can desalinate salt water and drink it. They're doing it all around the world now. These giant desalination plants are creating fresh water out of the salt water. That's old technology. They're doing so much of that. So don't ever let them tell you that we have a water problem. That's financial. That's a money-making adventure there. That's marketing. We don't got a water problem. No. We don't have any water. We got more water than we know what to do with, except they're just not letting us have it, right? And that's the key. And we don't have any climate control. I think Gore should give back his Nobel Peace Prize. And what did he get, $1 million for that? I mean, really? We got global warming? I think we got global wetting. That's what we have. But if you think about the water in the oceans, when a drop of water, 1 drop of water drops in the Pacific Ocean from the rain, just 1 drop of water, by the time that water recycles through all of the oceans in the world, okay, it goes through the streams that are underneath, the currents that are underneath at 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 feet. It goes through all those currents. By the time it comes back to the top and evaporates then back into the clouds, okay, and then gets redumped again. It takes 1,000 years for that water, that one drop of water, to resurface as a drop of water in the sky falling to the ocean again. 1,000 years. When you think about these numbers, it's mind blowing. It's almost impossible to believe that these numbers are there, isn't it? It's just incredible. Well, you see, we don't know a lot of information like this, and that's part of the problem, I think. Americans, especially Americans who are supposed to be the most educated people in the world, who are supposed to have the best school system, the most informed, of course, because, we're the ruling empire of the world. And so we have to know everything, and we have all the media and we have all the news and all that. So, we're supposed to be really well informed, but you sometimes think about what is it that we don't know? What is it that we're not informed about? Because, our government doesn't inform us all about everything. Absolutely not. In fact, there's people that are saying, and this is, you can check this out, that what technology we're using today in our everyday life and the technology that is awe-inspiring to us, that's coming through all those conventions, and you see it, all this new gadgetry and all these robotics and automation. What they're saying is, and they've said this for a long time, the technology that we Americans actually have the ability to use and function with every single day, we're actually 40 to 90 years behind the technology that the military organizations and DARPA actually are using and have in the most secret military bases in the United States of America. In other words, what they got is 40 to 90 years ahead of what we think we know and what we're using. They were using cell phone technology and faxing and the internet way before we ever had the opportunity to utilize it like we utilize it today. So you got to ask yourself, what is it that our country, our government, doesn't tell us? Saying hi to John Avila. Hey, AKA, hey, Max Millionos, thumbs up. Mr. Torero, thanks a lot. I'm in the feed, baby. You are. And thanks a lot to all our Instagram friends. We kind of didn't have a connection with them yesterday because I was rolling down the freeway in the Gray Ghost. That's right. Listen to my 64 from Easy E. Baby. So I got the magnifying glass out. That's right. The 150-year-old magnifying glass. Otherwise, I can't see. Saying hi to Darcy Donovan, who just joined. Congratulations to Darcy Donovan. You know who Darcy Donovan is. She's been an actress for many, many years. She's seen her in a lot of stuff. Go to her IMDb site. Now, Darcy's got a new, she's in a series coming up here. I think she guest starred in a series, a sitcom. I don't know which one it is, but it's one of the very most popular ones. It'll be on TV here in a day or two. So congratulations, Darcy. Give me the info on that, and we'll tell it. We'll hang it out here and let everybody know to watch it. Brad Hunt, 5477. Hey, Brad Hunt's on, and Brad's a great businessman here in Los Angeles, and he's starting a terrific new business enterprise and some banking interest there. And thanks a lot for Brad for having us on. Real C. White, Rafael Alaquin II is on with us as more and more are checking in on our Instagram Live and our Facebook Live, and of course on the powerofvoices.com every day, Monday through Friday from 5 to 6 right here at www.facebook.com/Jesse Torero, facebook.com/The Power of Voices. So you want to check the things out that the government isn't telling us. Well, what do you think about all this China stuff? I was reading a lot earlier this morning about, are we going to go to war with China? Are we going to go to war with China? Are we going to fight China? China. I feel like David Bowie, my little China doll, right? China, right? Are we going to fight over those islands? Are we going to fight in the South China Sea, in the Straits? Are we going to do that? Well, my feeling and opinion is we're not. We're not going to do that. We're not going to fight China. Are you kidding me? Hey, the world is a business. It's all about the money. It's all about making money. That's what it is. And America is the greatest business enterprise and corporation in the world. It's really up there, at least with the top five, and that being the Catholic Church being the other one. Ooh, they are great businessmen at the Catholic Church. And you start getting down to those billion-dollar corporations, they don't even come close to America and the Catholic Church in terms of doing business around the world. So, it's all about the business. It's all about business. China's going to be a big business, and India too. In fact, China is the largest economy in the world now. They surpassed us about a year ago. But we're the largest consuming economy. And if we don't buy the stuff made in China, then China goes down like a kamikaze pilot. That's right. The Chinese and the Japanese will get together there. And they'll just snowdive. They'll just avalanche. Now, India is supposed to replace us as a larger economy by the year 2050. It's just a population thing. Really, that's all it is. They'd be making more babies than Americans. They'd be making lots more babies than Americans. And you know my philosophy on that. The reason why we will never have closed borders in this country, even if we have a wall, we're still going to have an easy way to get into this country. Because President Trump isn't talking about banning everybody in the world. He's just talking about banning the people that want to kill us. I mean, okay. I don't see any problem with that. The people that want to kill us, we should just let them in. Well, maybe we should. Then we could kill them in our front yards. And we could have a bloody mess every day. Man, that would make the Super Bowl and MMA look like kindergarten stuff. Yeah, can you imagine? People running down the street shooting their AR-15s and shotguns and pistols and Glocks and Sig Sauers and 9/11s? 1911s? Oh, how fun that would be. Yeah, we can fight them right there in our front yards. Yeah, I think we should. In fact, we could create like a whole organization. The Muslims against the Christians. We could have Christian-Muslim wars. Wow, you talk about ratings? That would blow Celebrity Apprentice with Donald Trump when he was there off the map, because Arnold is just horrible. God, Arnold, Arnold's all up in arms. I want to beat him up. I want to fight him in the face. I want to beat him up. Oh, you terminated. Oh, come on. Come on, get away from me. You couldn't even be a governor. You were a terrible governor. You got divorced from your wife. You knocked up some chick, and you were screwing everything that walked. Everybody knows that. Come on, Arnold. I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. Come on, let's get to the real deal about people, folks. So, anyhow, yeah, we could have Muslim-Christian and Christian-Muslim wars right here in America. Hey, 7 countries. Hey, 7 countries. Come on down. And by the way, we'll give you a bag of bullets and an AR-15 when you cross the border. You see the ludicrousy of it all? All Donald Trump wants to do is protect the country. In fact, that's his job. The number one job of the President of the United States of America. When was the last time you read the Constitution? Read the Constitution. It will tell you. Get enlightened. Don't be a lowbrow, low information, understanding, protest, unemployed person. Let's get involved. Read the Constitution. The number one job of the President of the United States of America is to protect us citizens from enemies within and enemies without. It's just that simple. And that's what he's doing. He just happens to be the first guy in about 45 years or 50 or 60 years that said, hey, the buck stops with me, and it's stopping with me, and I'm doing what I said I was going to do, and I'm going to protect the citizens of America. That's just that simple. And what did he do? You go to Russia or China or India. I've been to 43 nations in the world. And you act like these people act here. In those countries, even Costa Rica and Belize and Mexico, even Germany and South Africa and Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, Palestine, Russia, you go to these countries and you act like you people act like here, man, you guys not only will be abducted, you will never be seen again. You'll be tortured. You'll be killed. You'll be put in stalag and work camps, never to be seen again. And if your family doesn't shut up, they'll go too. See, we don't understand. We have no gratitude for the American way of life and the liberties that our Constitution stands for. that our republic was created on. That God Almighty, the God of the blue-green earth, the Christian God, thank you very much, and all the different sects of the Christian God, fought for, believed in, and had faith. And the Christian God is the one all God, because that's the God of all gods. The God of God is just God. Here's my interpretation of religion and God. When the sperm cell, I sound like an airback, huh? Right? Well, that's what sperm cells sound like, okay? Bong, 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 bong. That's the egg. That's the sperm cell. Hey, this is 101, reproduction 101. Bing, bong, bong, bong. For those of you who are on the radio listening to us at thepowervoices.com, my one finger on my left hand is wiggling like a sperm cell, hitting the fist of my right hand like that's the egg wall. Bloom, 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 bong, bong, bong. Right? And then one little guy or girl or entity wiggles its way in. Oh, my Lord. And here's the beautiful thing about it. Just a few years ago, scientists with all this sophisticated medical equipment now and technology, they've been able to go so deep with microscopes and all these fancy equipment, right? They've actually been able to see something that they never saw before, up until a couple of years ago. And what they saw is when that sperm cell touches the egg for the first time, that bloop, that bong, that wee, yahoo, whoop, 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 right? That right there, right before they touch it, boom! Yeah, there's a spark of light. It's a light. Actually, it's a spark. It's actually a light. It illuminates. See, that's life. That's where God lies. God lies in the creation of life. Right there. The infinite, omnipotent one lies there. Now, why would a God want to kill and destroy? Why would a God want to do that? The one that creates life. The entity, the source, the energy, the chi of the infinite universe forever and ever before and ever behind and ever any angle you want to go and ever wants to destroy life. You see, those guys that want to come here want to kill us just because we don't believe in their God. Yep, it's really what it comes down to. We don't believe in Muhammad and Allah in this country. And we don't have to. We don't have to. We got nothing to prove. We're the most giving nation the world has ever seen. We are the most humble nation the world has ever seen. We've rebuilt the world 2 times. We've made it a better place to live because we are people of the world that have come here legally when those laws and rules were created. We are a people that are a great melting pot because we never wanted to go back to where we were. We wanted to go to where we want to go in the future. And we had a spot on the planet Earth we could start over. We are the greatest nation. And we don't believe in your God the way you believe in it. We do believe in an omnipotent one, a God-like entity. You want to call it Buddha. You want to call it the Hindi prophets. You want to call it the native spirituality. You want to call it Jesus, Lord, God. You want to call it Allah. You want to call it the Prophet Muhammad. You can call it whatever you want to call it. You can call it a 62 Volkswagen as far as I'm concerned. You can call it an apple tree. You can call it the clouds that create thunder. Whatever you want to call it, it's all the same. Life. The giving of life that spark. Why do you want to take that away? Why do you want to take that away? See, the Constitution demands of the president to protect life in this country. And we're talking about a process that those that want to come to this country will come here legally, not illegally. You broke the law. Let me go to Portugal illegally and see what happens. You broke the law. You got to pay the price. And if you are a criminal and you've killed and hurt and maimed and destroyed people's lives and sold drugs and prostitution and gangs and breaking and entering in 459s, and you're overall just a dirty rat bastard scumbag varmint, and you're a criminal, you don't get to come back. And you don't get anything. You got no rights. Rights? The only right you got is to go back where you came from. And you're going to get deported. And you should not be able to come back to this country 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 times. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. It's a one-time offense. You do that, you never come back, Jack. Don't you go back. No more. No. Yeah. So, what's wrong with that? Oh, unless, of course, you want to happen in your streets of this great country, what's happening in the EU right now. I posted up on Facebook.com/Jesse Torero. I posted up exactly what's going on in the EU. You should check it out. It starts with this young man's face who's all beat up, and then it immediately goes into report after report after report from all the nations in the EU, all the nations, all of them. Reporter after TV reporter after report about this mass illegal immigration, refugee illegal immigration into Europe. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's frightening. If you watch that and you say, "Oh, it's okay. Oh, we want that. We want that in our country." Are you kidding me? What are you? Loco? Something wrong with you? Do you not care about your child? Do you not care about your wife, your husband? Do you not care about your parents? Do you not care? Go look at that video. Yeah. Facebook.com/Jesse Torero. Or sometimes I put that stuff on my research site that I put all kinds of stuff into, and I use some of that stuff in the program, my research material. That's straight on the point in Facebook. But you go check it out. You tell me. You come back to me and say, it's okay for me to have that rolling down my freeway. 7 nations are put on the hit list. That doesn't mean 7 nations will never allow those people in. Come on, people. Come on. Why are you believing the mainstream media? Why do you believe protesters? Because all those people that were vetted in the beginning and held are in this country. And so the doctor in Saudi Arabia, the doctor in Syria with an American visa had to wait an extra week to come back home to visit his wife. Whoopie friggin' do. Do you know how many times we were held up in borders and countries because our papers weren't right? Do you know the kind of checking when we would land at LAX, the international area of LAX? Sometimes they would hold us up, even though we were American citizens. Obviously, you folks haven't traveled a lot. And if you have, then you're smarter than this. Okay. What's happening with this whole big silliness about not letting people in the country is un-American. Come on. It's not un-American. It's more American than anything. It's bestowed upon the President of the United States to protect the nation from enemies abroad and enemies within. They swear to do that. You saw that. Every president has. And all we're talking about is 7 nations holding those people about 90 days out before they can come in so that some new regulations and laws can make sure that we aren't killed when they come in. So that our immigration rules and regulations are revamped. So we have a better vetting process. And as long as you vet out, you're okay. As long as you aren't breaking the law and you don't have shifty eyes, right? You're okay. What do you have to fear? And don't cloud it in religious dogma. Come on. So you see, all of this is a hullabaloo about nothing. Really nothing. It's just the mainstream media, the liberal left agenda, and people who just seem to want to cause problems. You're worried about things that haven't even happened. Why don't you worry about stuff that's happening to you right now? Why don't you worry about your city and your town? Why don't you worry about your home and your family? Just like, are we going to go to war in China? No. It's all blown up fabrication for the news. Everybody's just got to cool out, you know. We're not going to go to war with China. As I said, America is a business. And so is China. Even our defense secretary, Jim Mattis, says he doesn't see any need for dramatic military moves in South China Sea to contend with China's assertive behavior. No. And even our new secretary that was just Tilson, he doesn't see it either. In fact, he's over there right now talking with him. It's just a business. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing will ever happen. That's just the way it is. They're going to rattle and rattle and rattle. Oh, there will be skirmishes and little roundabout battles, but that's it. It's not going to be a world war. Because if there is, this I promise you, don't worry about it. You know why? Because someone's going to pop off some nuclear bombs, and when that happens, America will let go, baby. Because the government of the United States of America's sole purpose is to stay functioning. They will sacrifice every single living human being on this planet Earth to stay functioning. That is the soul. All of your money, they will take all of your safety deposit box. They will do just like Lincoln did. They will take it all, because the bottom line, American government must survive in order for America to survive. If you don't understand that clearly, then you just don't understand what the world and how it really ticks. Government will survive, and they will blow everything up and kill every single person on the planet Earth if they have to survive. That's what will happen. It's not going to happen. They're not going to be blowing up nuclear bombs. It's not going to happen. Why? The bottom line, we're talking about money. There ain't no money in that. There ain't no money in absolute destruction. Not going to happen. Hey, did you see that Christy Brinkley? Oh, my. Let's just shift a little bit right here. Christy Brinkley. Oh, my goodness gracious. 63 years old. She's going to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated with her 2 daughters. Oh, my. My. Got me thinking a little bit harder. She looks so good. Christy Brinkley? Oh, my. It's unbelievable. Wow. That's beauty. And her daughters are beautiful, too. Woo, baby. I love Christy Brinkley. That's for sure. A lot of people are saying right now in commentary that Muslim refugees should just go back to where they came from. where their radical beliefs are considered the norm. Boy, that's logical. If they love Islam so much and they love their Sharia law so much, then why don't they just stay where they're at? And they can have all the Sharia law they want. They can rape women. They can chop off hands and stone kids. They can have group sex with little boys. They can do all those radical things that the Muslims love to do in their home country. Right. You know, I'm not anti-Muslim. What I am is that's anti-fanaticism. That's what I am. These idiot fanatics that are psychopaths. That's what I'm against. And I don't care if you're Christian. I can't stand those priests that rape and do perverted things to our little children. They should be shot. That's simple. Shot. No passcode, no trial. Shot. Better yet, they should be given the same treatment they give all those little boys that they rape and do perverted acts to. That's what they should do. Give them the same treatment. Yeah. We can have robotics do that. We can automate some big old boy to rape them. I just don't like idiots. Idiots that create anger and hate and evil. You know, when President Trump says, our commander-in-chief, he says, no enemy stands a chance. What's wrong with that? I got no problem with that. What's wrong with being the top dog on the street? I'd rather be the top dog than the low dog, that's for sure. Iran launched a missile the other day. And, you know, when they launched their missile, it happened to be pointing at the United States of America, though the missile wasn't meant to come here. But that was a symbolic thing. And we can thank the Obama administration for doing that, and all the other administrations before for not taking some sort of hard line. Sanctions aren't enough. We have to put more sanctions, and if they get out of hand, hey, let's pop off a couple of their ships and see what they really do. Sometimes the bully needs to be bullied down. They're not going to do nothing. You know why? The Ayatollahs, they like the money. They likes the money. They likes the money, baby. The money, honey. They're not going to get their nation blown up in the smithereens. Come on, people. This isn't 1914 1. This isn't 19. The presidents with the millions and millions and millions of revenue. Well, heck, those fanatics are doing a lot of damage, have sewer systems and their people. And you want to live under that kind of oppression? Is that what you want, Madonna? What an idiot, Meryl Streep. Are you kidding me? Really? Oh, you guys won't have to worry, though, because you guys are all worth $150 million. And when you have amorous and money and gold and silver, you have no country. And they're the 500 strong coming down my freaking street. And they're burning and raping and killing and destructing. I'm going to shoot them. Yes. Well, because I'm going to protect my family. And I'm going to keep shooting them until I run out of bullets. And I got lots of bullets. We either fight them over there, guys, or we're going to fight them right here. It's just that simple. And the only thing that is protecting America right now, forget about what the pundits say. Forget about what the economists say. Forget about God's blue, green earth, the infinite one, the omnipotent, the almost powerful, unforeseen, unknown, the unknown entity that's created everything that is, will is, was is, going to be is, where is, how is, where is, and no is there one, the greatest of all, that governs all life, the spark of life. When the sperm hits the egg and that spark happens, We are protected by the greatest thing in the world that the God's blue-green earth created for the North American continent and the United States of America. And that's two massive, huge, great. They don't have that in Africa. They don't have that in the Middle East. They don't have that in China. They don't have that in India. They don't have it anywhere in the Pacific Ocean. Twice its size, or 3 times bigger than the Atlantic Ocean. Thank goodness. You can't get here by planes. They can't get here by trains. And they can't get here by automobiles in any large number. But they can get here. And they do get here. Just remember 9/11. You know, Donald Trump, President Trump, made a statement the other day. And he said, I think the media is not reporting on terrorists. They've chosen to not pick those stories like they used to. And, oh, there was a big uproar. Another story from this buffoon, from this showman, just another thing. Okay. There are 78 instances. 78 instances around the world, including America. You just got to look for it. And it's not reported by crazies, Looney Tunes, right-wing conspirators, conspiratists. Mainstream, but they don't choose to report it. And why is that? Why is that? Because if they report it, they validate President Trump and everything he is saying. But finally, we got a man's man in the office. Finally, we got somebody who's logical and common sense. Finally, we have somebody who's not afraid of the press. Finally, we have somebody that calls it what it is. Now, whether you like to hear that or not, hey, too bad. Sometimes when I was growing up as a kid and a teenager, and my father, he never laid a hand on me, and he was terribly abused and beat up by his father. He left home when he was 6. He never went back when he finally hit his dad in the face and said, I'm not going to take the beatings in the head in the toilet and the flush downs and the beatings of my mother. I'm not going to take the stabs and the jabs and the wounds. I'm not going to take this anymore. I'm not going to take being thrown out on the fire escape in the dead of winter and having to stay there because you didn't like me. I'm not going to take that anymore. I'm not going to take you breaking my teeth. I'm not going to take that anymore. My dad has the scars on his body on the outside and on the inside. Yet that beautiful man never laid a hand on me ever once in his lifetime. He never raised an angry hand to me, but he could cut me and dice me and slice me with his words. Oh, he could. I used to say when I was 15, Dad, just hit me, please. And he wouldn't, but he could cut me hard. Now, my mother was a different story. She was a hands-on woman. Whoo, yeah. Yeah, but I learned. Sometimes growing up is a hard thing to do. And, you know, it's really odd to say, but our nation has a lot of growing up to do after the last 50 years. Because we've been laying it down, baby. Laying it down in the politically correct position. Laying it down in the position. Take stand, sir and ma'am. Because we're going to lay it down. We're going to keep raising your taxes. We're going to keep increasing government. We're going to keep saying and bowing down to potentates and kings around the world. We're going to keep taking God out of our lives. We're going to keep destroying the American family, the black family, the brown family, the yellow family, the white family, the green family, the purple family, every family in the world. We're going to keep making people hate each other for religion. We're going to keep making people hate each other for the pigment of their skin. We're going to keep people poor, dumb, and stupid. And we're going to put 150 million people on EBT and welfare. We're going to keep doing that. That's what we're going to keep doing. We're going to keep having liberal laws so perverts get out and illegal aliens that kill people come back. We're just going to keep it up. We're going to keep it going. For 40 years, we're going to have sex in the Oval Office. We're going to impeach a president, but yet not impeach him all the way. We're going to have corruptness be shown to us in the last 2 years, but we're not going to put people in jail. We're going to have our guns taken away, constantly a battle in the Second Amendment, 14th Amendment, 9th Amendment, 4th Amendment. We're going to keep having that all attacked and attacked and attacked. And we're going to keep electing people that tell us what to do. And we're going to keep paying them. And their incomes are going to go up while our incomes stay stagnant and go down. We're going to keep sending our jobs overseas. We're going to keep people fat, obese, out of shape. We're going to give them lousy, stinking, rotten, non-nutritious food. We're going to kill them with diabetes. We're going to kill them with cancer. We got the answers. We're going to kill them with hypertension, cholesterol, and high blood pressure. We're going to create jacking attention to the national anthem. We're going to make people hate each other. That's what we're going to keep on doing for 50 years. That's what we're going to keep on doing, because in the chaos that we create, in the chaos that we have, in the chaos that we develop, we can control you and make you do anything you want, because you want to do it, but you don't know. We put that want in your head. Remember the TV series Outer Limits? Some folks might be too young for that. Don't change your dial. We are in control of your television. Go look that up on YouTube or Google. Oh, Rod Serling and Twilight Zone. Go look that up. Night Gallery. Oh, you see, folks, we got a president that's just like most Americans. Have you failed in your life? Have you used the bankruptcy laws? Have you failed and started over? Did you bend the system a little bit to the degree that it would work for you some point? Let he who has not sinned cast the first stone. What has he done? What has he done that's so bad? Do you believe in abortion at the trimester? I mean, I'm a father. I can't imagine aborting my beautiful daughter, Ryan, at the trimester. Andrew, being aborted at the trimester. Have you not heard of adoption? There are loving parents out there that can't have children, that want children desperately. I have a friend of mine. She couldn't have children. She tried over and over for 15 years with her husband. She couldn't have them. She finally gave up. And they adopted. And they adopted at birth. And they provided that little girl with a wonderful life. That little girl grew up and graduated from high school and is now graduating from college. And it might be adopted. That little girl was adopted by two friends in her mid-20s, early mid-20s. Beautiful woman, smart, intelligent, energetic, vibrant, looking to life for the future. Beautiful African-American, wonderful, successful child, teenager, young adult, with the aspirations of life white can get. Whiter than President Trump. There are so many people that have got this thing wrong. And you best get it right. You best start thinking about it out of the box and a little bit differently, putting some common sense and logic to it. Because if you don't, I shudder to think what will happen to our society and our country, America the Beautiful, sung by Lee Greenwood and Ray Charles and Louis Armstrong. I shudder to think what we'll be living in. If it goes that way, I'm prepared. I got a place to go. I got a bunker. I got food and water and ammo and bandages. But America doesn't have that. We don't all have that. We better get it straight, my friends. You better understand and look at things in a point of view, from a world point of view. Go check out the website, facebook.com/Jesse Terrero or /Straight on the Point. Hey, you are in the world according to Terrero. You're straight on the point Monday through Friday, right here, coming at you real hard today because I got to say what I got to say. I can't help but being me, Jesse T. That's who I am. On the air and everywhere, from the community to the world. The Brown Beauty is off duty. See